Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of Refantazio with our host of the most, StarBornFeline here. So we are just heading over and starting off on some exploration. So we need to. Wow.
Miss?
Wonder what.
Hello?
So yeah, we're in the engine room basically. So this is our first time on a Gauntlet Runner, eh? Whoa, that scared me. Look at the pipes in here too. Called a runner phone. This is one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculate the old girl's inner workings. Colin runners use magma crystals as fuel to run. You see, used to be you'd take your life in your hands when you traveled the winds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, Gauntlet Runner were born. Runner's actually legs are based on colossal beast, made from zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. Although, another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl, but best told a capped audience with no plan for the next few days and nights. Never mind then. Maybe some other time. Anyway, still thinking about the old girl as a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Okay, so Gauntlet Runner activities. Continue towards your destination while spending time on Gauntlet Runner. Utilize these facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen and reading books on the bookshelf or using the washing machine. More activities become available over time. You can spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help you improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Okay, so how did you want to get a closer look at this thing? Oh. Igniter. I've never seen an igniter like this before. Other things in igniter as well? Yeah, the fact that the main engine's a heart, I wasn't expecting that. Imagine that enormous compared to those used by the army. If I recall correctly, used magma as fuel. So this thing runs on despair. Good to know. Again, remember, I know this is gonna come up at some point, but don't forget that. Hey, more. That the what's it called? Cleaning tools. What tools actually cleaning igniter that an area is modified to create wind that collects dust. Pretty nifty. Not as hard. All the lifting, bending, or sure must strengthen your legs, yeah? Not now.
Got it.
We can clean later. A bag of cotton. Fluffy bag that's perfect for sitting on. If I sat on it, I don't think I'd be able to move. Ain't that the truth? Never smelled this food before. Can't tell whether it's used for food or fuel. Food or fuel. Okay. So. Oh yeah, we raised our rank a little bit. After we got. Excuse me. We raised our rank a little bit after we turned in that Chimera quest, or the Manticore quest. What is it called? The Man-Eater quest. Let's see. What we want to do right now is actually head into the kitchen. Here we go. So, very quickly, just check exactly what we need to do here. I was listening to your shorts. Interact with the cooking table to collect new recipes. Cooking table. Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant you party various positive effects. To cook, you'll need ingredients. Buy them, win them, or find them lying around. Try and experiment as much as possible. After you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary masterpiece. There's some ingredients. You may Narius when shopping. We got meat, pristine clear water, and red grass. Morocone meat, Orgo sugar. Now here are new recipes. Red grass, what we do. curative cornmeal recipe, corny stew recipe, holistic whitefish platter recipe, critical meatball recipe, stitch fast stew recipe, precision fermented ribs, stale black bread recipe. Want to make something? Okay, not just yet. Okay. Let's see, settings. Next thing I want to do is enter the pantry to collect some ingredients. Apparently we can do this every day while we're on the runner.
What's this?
Mellow milk, fragrant spice. I wonder who bought them. I could use them for cooking. So yeah, apparently we get free ingredients every day, so we want to check that daily, whenever possible. Apparently some of these ingredients are important because they can't be gotten anywhere else. Some of them are only available on the Gauntlet Runner, so just keep that in mind. Okay. Next thing we want to do is we're gonna try and raise up stats a little bit. Toilet, washroom, let's see. Kitchen. Here you go. Shelf. So let's see, we want to read New World Traveler's Diary. These appear to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fateful place called a New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Seems like a book that'll really expand your mind. Want to read it together over by the window? Okay, let's read the book.
Actually,
To be honest with you, I realized something. There are many things in this world which very simply I don't understand. There's so many things I've learned since we started traveling together. Honestly, you matured.
Now we're talking.
What are you saying? That I was immature before? It's not like you knew any more about the world than I did. Hey, William. I know this time we've traveled for a mission, but if all goes well, I want a night journey where I'm free to do what I want. Maybe I'll write a book about it.
So then...
Should I write a book about our travels?
sweet.
Good idea. Just make sure it includes me as your co-author, alright? Of course, if you want to contribute further to whatever you do in the future, I'll have to keep working hard. Well, can you think of anything I could help out? Teach me more. Just teach me and tell me things. Just teaching me and telling me things is great. Maybe all that knowledge, though. If that's how you feel, though, I'm glad to tell you every side I have. With everything we've been through recently, I've realized that knowledge is an invaluable asset. I want to keep experiencing new wonders, so let's never stop learning together. This conversation kind of went off a unique direction, huh? Let's keep reading the book for a bit. It describes a new world. If a place other than this really exists, I'd like to visit someday. I feel like my imagination has expanded after conjuring up various ideas together with like a...
Alright.
Perfect. And real quickly, the order you saw me in, 1, 3, 1, is the order you want to go to get the most imagination of this interaction. So let's see here. Move over to... Yep. Bookmark it there.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Okay. Establishing encampment. At night, the vast wilderness outside of town zones in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travel the next morning. While in encampment, you can use any facility of the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about journey with your allies. Give it a try. Okay. Our first time camping on the Gauntlet Runner. I'm quite excited, but it's also a long night, so I want to spend some time relaxing with someone. Okay, so first things first, we want to interact here.
Yep.
Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg, anyway. I tried catching one. I caught one of those bugs scattered by the campfire. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it as an ingredient. So again, same thing here. Come to the campfire, collect a free ingredient. You never know what you'll need. And as much as I would love to interact with our friends here, apparently the thing we want to do more than anything is, again, go back in and continue reading that book. If I can find where the door is. Ah, there it is. It's a curved door, so it looks part like the column around itself. Let's see here. Bookshelf. Again, we're going to read that same book. New World Travel Diary. Seems like the book's really expanded in mind. Want to read it together over by the window? Shall we spend time reading the book? Yes, we shall.
What's that?
He started up at the heavens, then a sparkle in the azure firmament caught his eye. The moon? At midday? No, despite its cold sunny glow. This was no moon, no star. There were those who said it was of course an ancient, indomitable dragon. Others said it was the pavilion in the sky, erected by Empyrean beings.
Oh, yeah?
So he sees a strange light shining in the sky. The way it's written, it feels like light is meant to be the sky, the new world or something. What do you think the light is? The remains of a dragon or a pavilion built by the Empyrean? And for this one, you just need to check option 2.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Yeah, there's something dreamlike about people who live in the sky, isn't there? You think they have wings? Honestly, Castles in the Sky is one of the oldest. It's a very interesting trope in media. I'm not sure where it started. I know a lot of people, the Ghibli movie made it popular, but then again, it does actually have roots back in like in China, where you had the Court of Heaven, and it's just overall the idea of like a Castle in the Sky doesn't conjure up heavenly images, so that might be where the
Alright.
originates from. Okay. I knew the new world is just fiction, but I want to visit it for a real place. Honestly, given the craziness we've seen in this world so far, I wouldn't be surprised if that was an actual thing. Okay, so moving on the next day.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that your sleeping quarters are more than exceeds your expectations, eh? They're better than I feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question on my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number this run? My boy, remember who maintains the rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these rigid arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, Nereus? Okay. And this is an interesting one. I just checked the guide on. Apparently, on any day that ends on a 5 or a 0, the thing you want to do is head to the toilet. No, say there's a reason for this. According to the guide, anytime you do this, you're guaranteed a +1 in your luck stat. The reason this is important is this is used to maximize the possible skill points you can get through interactions. So that is actually going to save us a lot of time and effort.
Alright.
Thankfully, using the toilet does not eat up the slots, so we don't have to worry about that. Well, thank God they blocked your thing out.
Right.
I feel like something a small thing to sharpen my mind. Our chance luck is increased by 1. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so that was awkward. Okay, so next thing we want to do is go in and finish the book for Traveler's Guide. This will get us, since we managed to do everything correctly so far, hopefully, we should get the maximum amount, which is going to be 8 points in imagination, so that's going to be huge. Seems like the book really expanded the mind. Want to read together over by the window? Okay, the book.
What's that?
Okay. And then just to give a quick rundown, just choose option 1 from here on out and we'll be good to go. He continued to trapeze through the raging sandstorm. At last, he came upon a cave, the entrance gaping like a mob of beasts. The walls of the cave were translucent, revealing the inside to be a gigantic, intricately winding labyrinth, and tattle akin to a mirage.
Oh, yeah?
Giant cave with glass walls in the desert? Sounds otherworldly, but also strangely familiar? Oh, well, what does it sound like to you? Honestly, it sounds kind of pretty.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, be dazzling in the daylight, probably night too, sparkling in the moonlight.
Now then.
Okay, we're at spring 2, good.
Imagination.
One of the virtues a ruler must possess. If true sovereignty is thy aspiration, first thyself with the creativity to bring the ideal world to thy thoughts of observation. A conqueror needs the persistent kindling with which a follower's passion may be inflamed. I wonder if this new world is just fictional.
All right.
Okay, there we go. So we get... That's perfect, actually. It said we were about to get 8 points, but I was a little worried.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of
Okay,
Prophecy,
gonna mute
a
myself quick.
resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
Wow.
That's...
Oh, sorry, I thought this was a voice, but apparently not. It's not just the leaves, it's just the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a giant tree located somewhere in the country whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of the desert? It's not sure if this explanation, but I am seeing the incredible amount of magla in the air here. A really quick tangent. Honestly, you'd be surprised how much foliage you can find in the desert. Cacti are the most obvious example. In certain parts of Africa, there are actually certain trees that their roots go so deep they can actually find underground springs, and because of this, they actually grow huge. I've actually seen a few of them, like smaller examples of them, in my local botanical garden. And honestly, even those small examples are amazing to look at. The roots just go on for forever. And the tree itself, while not super tall, it still looks amazing. But anyway, enough about that. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off a magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document the discovery. Mister pulls out a sheet of paper, brushes a brush from his pocket, and begins to draw a landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Oh, Nereus, how did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. Fashir, take a look at it. You're giving it to me? Sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, of course. I've recommitted to all the safety in mind. Sorry. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore. I received nearest research picture drawings intricately detailed and could actually convey a full majesty of the place to viewers who've never been here.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't you give it to Maria? I bet she'd love to see this from her journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. Next time we're in Grand Fat, I should give this drawing to Maria.
Huh?
Magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't there fairies in the same classification? Precisely, Gallica is the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flight. What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off!
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I heard that its tint itself blue is to herald the favorable development. I wonder what manner of anomalies occurring if its color portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel like that seeing the rare sight has brought my wisdom. Okay, we're about I want to say we're about maybe a quarter or maybe a third of the way there, but we'll see.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Okay, so let me see real quick. Once again, we want to visit the fireplace, or the fireplace. And then afterwards, we actually want to go and spend some time with a new member. I'm actually kind of curious about Nebius. He is the kind of person I love to actually, I love to actually get to know in real life. He's eccentric, but he's brilliant. If I can find where he's at. Washing. There he is. Oh, that Jew lad. Just in time. Might help me out a bit. I was about to give the reactor an inspection. Abstruse and convoluted as it is, rest assured a look won't do you any harm. Do you want to help Nereus make his rounds? Let's do so. Ah, you feel the reactor's tug on your heart too, eh? Then to business.
Spare a moment?
It all looks complex, I know, but in practice here it's just a collection of smaller parts. And those individual parts aren't cared for, the whole lot goes kaput. Which is why today we'll be oiling them. Vital business to keep them from rusting and wearing down. Okay, and here you want to select option 3 to get the best results here. Just cold brews.
Oh.
That's a ticket, lad. Perfectly dolloped. That kind of work that'll get you machinery's good books. Looks like you did a good job. I feel like these whole work has helped me inspire my wisdom.
All right.
Now then.
That should do it for now. Okay, on to the next task. Spend my time with Nereus in the engine room, inspecting every nook and cranny. Got some magla out of that too.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay, so this next section should be story, so I will mute myself. If it's not voice, you'll hear from me again.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
it's so bumpy.
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere. What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign! Ah! It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Godot, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's give Gladel a hand here. Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner folk out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That gauntlet one. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished. You dare interfere in my fight? Know your place. Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, old egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide. Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Okay, so I wasn't expecting a fight like this. Oh.
Let's stay calm. Let's go! Wind! Come! Free!
My God, these guys are...
What could you hope to achieve? Oh, please! Dear God!
He knows we can't.
I call upon royal power within!
Nope, wrong. That could be bad. There you go.
Cease your resistance.
Scour!
So the mage is resistant to most magic, it looks like, so. So mages will be hitting the spear guy, and then Stroll will be. Oh, that's bad. Stroll will be trying to whittle down
Are you prepared?
the mage.
Hack and slash.
Prostrate
Come
yourself
forth,
before
royal
God.
soul!
Quick heal up on
We can
everybody.
do this! I'm obliged.
I owe you.
I smite!
Okay, use wind on yours, so that didn't do anything.
This won't do.
Let me see.
I don't know their weakness. Guess we'll just try what we got. Be your strength. Not
Nope,
this skill.
don't do that. Don't do that.
We need to figure out their affinities first. Maze! Oh,
Let's just go to ice. Oh, yeah, perfect. He is weak to ice. So,
I'll cut you down. To him.
there we go. That's one less thing to worry about. So we don't have to worry about any more.
More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother.
In there!
Okay.
Sanctism will
Is
reign.
that all?
All right. He's using igniters.
Let's go. With healing power. Trust me.
Top off.
Observe. Maze! Free!
Witness me, brethren.
Oyster. Okay, so he's dang it, so he's resistant to physical. That actually makes a lot of sense. So.
Win!
Sanctism is supreme. Yes.
Only a flesh
Oh,
wound.
just real attack. I can handle that.
Sanctism will reign.
What?
Sanctism will reign.
That hurts.
I'm stepping back. Come!
I forgot.
Oh,
I need to
shards
move
of
you
ice.
to back because you are.
They're good and right in their weak spot.
Not now.
Maybe just devotion.
Oh, healing
Let's
light.
quick heal up. Oh, I actually meant to get this ignite from one of the as a drop. So
Know your
Let's go.
peasants.
Still up? Oh, power of heroes!
I gave it to Troy just to have a backup
So-
just in case.
The faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey, get down here! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I just wanted to help you.
A likely story? Out with it. What's your motive?
Why, Liddell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladell got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady June is safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
We're your supporters.
Hence your retaliation against Godot, then. He's also a candidate, though his name doesn't carry any weight.
One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then. That could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him. Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
It doesn't sound like nothing.
No hiding it from you, is there? No, it's just the old runner. She runs like a dream, you see, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Who'd you hear this from?
Heard it, lad. I've seen it with my own eyes. You see, there was this old inventor in the neighborhood where I grew up, quite sharp, but a bit balmy. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, So where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
This one's important. Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I do just like when they just switch from voice actor to non-voice actor. It's because I don't know what to expect it. Okay, so we've already Martina this evening. Then good. Soon we'll be able to liberate from Bassett's shaking. Liberated? I do believe I offer. I do believe I take offense to that. The fancy girl's right, you know. Carrot should never keep up this pace. I'm glad it would be appreciated. Apologies, I'm grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet up at the Barden, right? I'm sure the sight of will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates' gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
Captain, you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
It is a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great. What is with that smile? Not you too.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And do you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
It's a campground.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
We'll get this job done.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here con a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
We're gonna meet the lady of town first thing in the morning, so you gotta get your booty sleep, okay? And we will first. Let's see here. Okay. All the cuisine here was delicious to the last meal. Virginia is a fine city indeed, which makes this Heismay offense all the more damning. If you all heard it's true, hunting him will be a trial indeed. To be expelled from the order is one thing, but totally stripped of his knighthood, I would not be surprised if the monks giving in despair. So we have our next informant right here. We unfortunately cannot talk with them too yet, so
Pleasure to see you.
we're going to buy bar. The entire tavern has been reserved for the party's private use today. I'll kick out a house full of drunkards for this, so I hope you're all worth it. Still, it's nice for you to come in this traveler. Please make yourselves comfortable. Beds are in the back, past the door, next to the desk. Okay, so finally free of the tiny runner bed. Nice sleeping in, isn't it? Ah, the run wasn't so bad.
Look at that.
Really?
Right?
I can see the monsters on the way to... Sorry. I can see the monsters out there when we camp in the runner, so I rest a little easier in the inn. As Nereus would come inside with us, let's off with the runners to the castle, then he's the king. Alright, let's take it easy. We'll go from there.
Good night.
As well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's gorgeous out.
What beautiful weather. I think I might have overslept though.
Hold on.
Where is everyone?
Let's hurry.
They're all in Crimson Castle ahead of... They all went to Trinket Castle ahead of us. Apparently we can get there by climbing the stairs in Stairstone Market. Alright, so perfect. We are in a good spot for now. We're gonna call it here for now. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the content so far. For this video, comment below. Would you eat a grub? Like, I'm just curious here. I know that in certain countries they actually do eat certain insects. I am Hispanic, so we actually have certain candies made from like scorpions and some types of spiders. We actually find some of them have, as you know, a lot of these animals do have some kind of venom in them. We typically find the ones that are not lethally venomous, and we will usually use them in all kinds of different confections. I mean, I've never really had one myself, but hey, it's a thing, so just keep that in mind. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the content so far. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos when they come out, share the content with people you think might enjoy it, or just need a bit of background noise in life. But until then, everybody, hope you all have a great, beautiful day, evening, whatever time it is for y'all when you're watching this. And remember to be kind, try something new tomorrow, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Until then, it's been StarBornFeline signing off for now, saying goodbye.